Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19. Let's go. So, man, the media is almost now. Look, let me be clear right now. I'm not comparing Paige Bueckers to Angel Reese in terms of who they are as a player. Okay, when I make this statement, Paige Bueckers is clearly a better player. But the media, again, so desperate to bring down Caitlin Clark that they are doing a disservice to Paige Bueckers because they're going to do stuff like this, and then that people get pushed back because it's like, try and join reality, maybe just a little bit join reality. But it's, we got to dig into this. Check this out. Paige Bueckers taking flight from Minnesota to Dallas Wings. Yeah, first of all, I'd change that because she bailed on Minnesota. Unlike Caitlin Clark in Iowa, Paige Bueckers did not go to Minnesota, change the program around, and take them to 2 straight NCAA finals. No, 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 no. She went to UConn, surrounded herself with studs who finally got her a championship at age 28. Uh, but anyway, the beginning of this just is, feel good nonsense. And of course, the same old, like, Paige gives me a little bit of weird vibes late. Like, she just talks too much in a way, constantly really kind of degrading herself. I almost feel like she's so wants to be subservient to anyone who doesn't share her lack of a tan. It's weird. Like they mentioned that in here about her roommate and who was going through Ramadan, and Paige is getting up before the sun comes up and making her breakfast, and it like that's cool if you want to do that for your roommate, but we're really going to make it some cultural political stand by it's weird. Anyway, this video is not about that. I don't want to go into that stuff because it'll be a firestorm of nonsense. But here's the money quote that I want to talk about. Okay. She's not as flashy. She's not as flashy, but she's as effective, he said, because of her unselfishness and how she involves teammates. I think the transition will go more quickly for Paige than it did for Caitlin Clark. Okay, wow, a few things in there, because of her unselfishness and how she involves teammates. Okay, so Caitlin Clark led her conference in assists her freshman year. He led the nation in assists her sophomore, junior, and senior year. I think she almost doubled what Paige Bueckers did in assists, and maybe like 70% more, but close enough. Oh, and then Caitlin Clark went into the WNBA where she set a single game assist record. She set an all-star, um, not for rookies, for single game assist record. In the All-Star game, she did set a single game for rookies, but she was also only one short of the actual record, and she was supposed to go back in the game, but she voluntarily stayed on the bench because Enrique was on fire. Oh, and of course, besides the single game, she also set the single season, and it wasn't even close with 337 assists. Paige Bueckers averaged what, 4.6 or something her senior year at UConn. We'll get to that transition. We'll go more quickly for Paige than Caitlin Clark in a minute. But do y'all remember this? Because this is kind of, in a way, what that quote reminded me of. Remember our buddy Gino?
If you're a college player and you're a great college player, like Caitlin was, the delusional fan base that follows her disrespected the WNBA players by saying she's going to go in that league and tear it apart. There were actually odds on she's third or fourth in betting odds on being MVP at the WNBA. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid that it gives women's basketball a bad name.
Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? And it's even more amazing now. I mean, we could talk about the 8 gazillion records that Caitlin Clark set. She did. She went into the WNBA and she tore it up. and it's fantastic. I mean, could it not be better? I mean, you're all stupid and you're all delusional. And then could it not be better that he actually said she's third or fourth in MVP odds, which to him makes you delusional and stupid. And she actually finished fourth in MVP voting and was first team all WNBA. Absolutely. I mean, you could not have scripted it better for him to say that. The only thing you could have done better was if he had actually added that people were saying she's going to be first team all WNBA. But and then I wanted to add this because this was kind of wild. And this is what I mean. This is what we're getting into, folks, right? Look at this. Paige Bueckers. Now, this is that, I don't know, that weird team from I don't know where that they beat by like a gazillion points. Paige Bueckers tonight, 45 points, 15 of 20 from the field, 16 assists, 15 rebounds. This demon is only a rookie. It's only up from here. Um, and then you can see the screenshot there. Readers added context. They thought people might want to know. Yeah, this is completely made up. It's a lie. This is a completely made up lie. I think she had like 15 points and a few rebounds and a few assists. Um, so many morons believe these were Paige's actual stats in her last game. Just shows how ridiculously few WNBA fans, exactly. And another point I want to make, actually watch games, and how many people will choose to believe anything that upstages Caitlin Clark, regardless of how dubious it is. Yeah, 100%. And by the way, look at this thing. This thing got 52,000 likes, and it is a completely made up stat. So that means these people didn't even bother to look at the box score, let alone support Paige Bueckers by watching the game. Viewed 3.7 million times, got 52,000 likes. Now, the other thing that I want to turn to just for a minute, right? The transition will go more quickly for Paige than it did for Caitlin Clark. So we could start with this 22 games in. Caitlin became, now there were other ones too. There were like 10 games in and 15 games in, and I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but she did similar things to this for the first 10 games, the first 15 games. But here, 22 games played, the fastest player who recorded 350 plus points, 150 plus assists, beating out Sue Bird. And we had multiple things like that going on, right? Major records for Caitlin Clark broken in her first 26 games. First triple double was, one of them. The assist, she set the rookie assist record in for rookies in only 26 games. And it went on and on, but he had lots and lots of stats for that. I think this is actually one as well. Yeah, most double doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. WNBA record, most threes in a game by a rookie. Caitlin Clark, fastest player in WNBA history to record 300 points, 100 rebounds, and 100 assists. Okay. And this is something posted. We're still in June for this, folks. We're still in June. Fastest player in WNBA history to score 200 points, 75 rebounds, 75 assists. Miss Caitlin Clark. June 16th, right? If you remember the Olympic team thing that I did, which was, I think the announcement that was like June 11th, and I compared Caitlin Clark's stats to all the guards on the Olympic team, which that's very early in the season, and she was clearly the better player. So I don't know exactly how Paige is going to. This is a myth. It's a myth that Caitlin Clark started slow. Yeah, the team struggled with their record because of the insane schedule that they had. But Caitlin Clark did not start slow. That is absolutely nonsense. But yeah, anyway, I thought this was really interesting. I mean, we're going to get a whole new narrative and agenda going on this season with Paige Bueckers. I don't think we're going to hear as much from the media. I was trying to compare Angel Reese to Caitlin Clark. It's going to be Paige Bueckers, as you see here. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on all this in comments below. I love that thing with that screenshot of that game that she had and 52,000 likes. These people are not fans. They don't even look at the box score. It's just let's hate on Caitlin Clark. That's all it's about. Let's hate on Caitlin Clark. They don't support the league in any way, but they're going to get on you because you support a player and a team and don't support the league, which is bizarre because that's something that I mean, yeah, I'll watch other NFL games, but I'm an Eagles fan, right? Like, come on now. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you checking out this video. As always, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're rolling on towards 13,000 subs. We can do it. I'm gonna leave it there. I'll talk to you later. Go have a great day.